Hi everybody, it's Joni Young here. Welcome back for another painting tutorial in acrylics. Today I'm working on a dark gray primed 10 by 20 canvas. Now I just used a mixture of titanium white and Mars black and pre-painted mine. It's dry now. And I have the following brushes here, starting off with a number 10 filbert, a number 30 filbert, a number 3 round, a number 20 flat, and a 1-inch mop brush. I'm going to be making shades of gray using the black and the white, and what we're going to do is start off with creating a lighter shade of gray in the center here. And I'm going to be using my large filbert brush, and I'm going to get it a little bit wet. And I'm going to take a little bit of white, a little bit of black, and I'm going to start right about here and just brush up and down. I'm going to add a little bit more water to my brush and soften where the gray meets the dark gray. I'm going to add a little bit more of my white, and I'm going to go down again. A little bit of water again. And then I'm going to go side to side down on the bottom here. Now our waterfall is going to drop right to this little pool here, so we're just going to go side to side, creating some ripples and highlights in the water. I'll take a little bit more white and pull across again, focusing on it being a little bit lighter on this side. And I'm going to just go into my white again and just load the end of my brush here. We're going to start coming down and adding some waterfalls. Now I want to start mine about an inch from the top, more towards the left side, so not right in the middle. I'm going to have a sun or a moon. It could be a sun or a moon. And I'm going to start my first waterfall right here and then drop. I'll have another one here and drop. And then I'm going to go here and then I'm going to shake a little bit. Add a little bit of a shake. It helps when you hold the handle of the brush up farther. And then we'll add another little one right here. We're going to have this drop down. And then we're just going to lightly push and tap like this. And then shake a little bit more just to make it look like it's a spray. I'm going to take my mop brush and soften in little circles. I'm going to take a little bit more just on the end of my brush here, just tapping lightly into that white. Tap, tap, tap. And then a light little pull. And then a few little circles just to blend. Okay, I've just rinsed my large filbert brush out, and I'm going to go up and down gently on either side here, right over the spray on either side. I'm going to take a little bit more white on the tip of my brush. I'm going to go over this again. Very little pressure. Just give a little bit of a shake. And then we'll go over this one again up here. I'm going to add another layer that kind of comes out over here. Another little bit of a shake. I'm going to pull and drop down and then go across. Take a little bit more white, pull, pull, go across. And I'm going to take my round brush, a little bit of white, and I'm going to add my moon right here. And I'm going to just fade this out, so I'm catching the outer edges of that circle and creating this soft, kind of a dry brush, fuzzy look. Now you can also take a little bit of water on your brush and get it a little smoother looking by just continuously going around and around, making that halo bigger and bigger. Then what I like to do is go back inside and make a smaller circle with bright white. Now once this dries, I might need to add some more. And I'm going to take my 20 flat brush and I'm going to add another little ruffly looking waterfall here. A little bit of water on my brush, but not a lot. And on an angle, I'm going to come down here a couple inches or so, shake and pull and drop. I'm going to use a little bit more water. And then just soften the outer edges. Now I just took a few minutes to dry this off, and I'm going to go back in to my white and make some of the waterfall areas stand out and look a little brighter. I'm going to add some more taps of white in here. Blending with my mop brush. A little bit more white again, a little pull and sweep. And then we're going to add some more ripples in the water and highlights. Okay, now it's time to come in with some black. And I'm going to start with my mop brush. I'm going to take black, tap the end of my brush, and we're going to start applying it down the left and then the right side. We start right off the top corner, top left corner, tap right over where the waterfall starts. We're going to leave a few spaces. And I'm going to lightly pull and sweep. Sweep, 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 and then down this way. We're going to have a little bush that comes out here. Okay, let's come in off the other side, do the same thing. Okay, then what I'm going to do here is start to pull and sweep. We're going to pull and sweep wider. And then we're going to bring it over here, and I'm going to go down to the smaller brush for when we work on that area. I'm going to rinse this brush out. Okay, I'm going to take my number 3 round brush, a little bit of water and some black, and we're going to add a few little branches. Now I'm just twisting and rolling the brush around and pulling gently. Use a little bit of water to help thin that paint out. I'm going to switch over to my flat brush, load the end of it with some black, and we're going to have a little pathway and staircase coming down here. So you just want to slide your brush back and forth. And then we're going to come in and add a bridge here as well. So I'm going to make this area just a little bit thicker, a little bit darker with the black. And then we're going to come over, but I'm going to be using my flat brush for that, or filbert brush for that, my smaller filbert. And I want to use this one because it's got this round end to it that will help me create a nice arch. So I'm going to just load the end of my brush with a little bit of black paint. And I'm just going to go from here and then over. Just a light little arch like that. Adding just a little bit of water to my brush just to thin that paint out a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to add a railing up top. We're going to leave about ½ inch space, and then we're going to come down straight lines for the railing, the little posts on a railing. I'm going to add just a little bit more black over here and a little branch. You can use your round brush, or you can use a little filbert like this, just with the end of the brush. I'm going to add some branches here in front to tuck that, the ends. We want to kind of just hide the ends of those, the bridge, to make it look like it's back there. So we need to bring out the tree branches here in the front. I'm going to take a little bit of white on the end of my filbert brush, and I'm going to just go over that railing, add a little bit of light to it, Add a little bit of light there. Soften, soften. And then we'll go over that with some more black after. Now I'm going to come in and add our steps. I'm going to use my flat brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of black and white. We'll just make a light gray, and we're just going to start coming in with some little steps here. And then they're going to disappear around that corner. And we'll take some black and we'll go in between. And I'll just even these out a little bit, add a little bit more white. Now, before we use our mop brush, I'm going to take my round brush again and add a little bit of white, light gray, and a few little highlights to the branches. Add a little highlight here and then pull and drop down for some moss, and then come underneath and add a little bit of black. Okay, now it's time to come in with our mop brush. So I've got my 1-inch mop brush here, no water. We're just going to load the brush lightly, so no globs or blobs of paint. And we're going to start adding a highlight here and there on the black branches, the bushy areas. Now some of the black is still wet, so that'll give us some gray. I'm going to mix up some gray here. And we're going to apply it partially on the white and the black so that we get that transition. of dark to light. And I'm going to come in with some more branches now with my round brush, some water. So we really create a layered look. And add a little bit of white. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take some black. I've got another mop brush here, and I'm going to start adding some bushes here on either side, tapping partially over those steps. And then I'm also going to just add a secondary layer here of some more black. Then I'm going to take some white and we're going to add some highlights. And they're just going to get smaller and smaller. And they go up around that corner. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more, and I'm going to lightly pull for some more highlights, and then take some extra white and apply another layer that's a bit brighter. With my number 10 filbert brush and a little bit of black, I'm going to pull and sweep from the left side partially into where the light begins here. I'm going to add a little bit more black inside these steps. Carefully going in between the lighter areas. And then I'll just take a little bit of gray and have that last little bit of stairs disappearing off into wherever they lead. Last little bit of white. with my flat brush. Okay, so as I finish up the last details of this painting, I want to thank you guys so much for all of your support here on my channel and requesting the full version of this. The original I did was a short here on my YouTube channel, and it went viral, and I've had so many people asking for the full length version, and I did it in gold, like black and white with some gold, which is really pretty, but here's just the black and white version. I'm just gonna add a little bit of white to this branch here. And then I'm gonna add my last layer of white on the moon to make it really bright. I want to wish you guys all the very best for the new year. It's getting close. It's actually December 30th, 2024 today, and I'm so excited about the new year. There's lots of exciting things happening here on this channel, Patreon, and my watercolor channel. So make sure you're subscribed to both and enjoy this video. Have fun painting along, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!